The entire Great Hall could have been the stage when Kevin Hilton moderated a business manager-contractor panel discussion. Questions and opinions came from all over the room, and as a surprise to no one, there were both compliments and concerns. First and foremost, however, is the prevailing concept that we're all in this together.
What allowed us to grow from 3 employees to 900 union employees? Well, it's because we had that asset, the asset being the union hall. That we had a job, we just hired some more guys. And of course they became our guys and so on and so forth. And that's not the only part. I think the part is that they become part of the company.
That deep down commitment and sincere desire to do what they felt was right meant a lot to us. And as we've expanded in Omaha and Des Moines, a lot of times we will be the only craft that's union on the job site. And we kick their ass.
I believe it's the best skilled workforce in America, and I believe that because I know that, because I am one. And we've been able to stay in business in the South, in the Southeast, for 39 years as Copeland Steel, Morrow Steel, because we perform. And that's a credit to the ironworkers and what they do.
Our partnership is so tight that I don't see how we could be doing business any other way.
Succeeding in today's economy is difficult, especially in the ultra-competitive construction universe where the bottom line bid all too often wins, regardless of the quality of work. It's a world tailor-made for the open shop, and it's a situation that's tough to crack.
There's a lot of non-union presence there. There's a lot of fear of coming in and trying to get something going out there to get our work back.
Insurance is, as we all know, a primary issue that plays into a union contractor's chances of getting the work, and the panel agreed that trust and honesty are critical measures that can somehow keep workers protected and contractors competitive.
Insurance companies are not in the business of losing money, and it'll eventually come out of the contractor. So everything we can do to get the members to work with the contractor and the insurance carrier. I know in California they've done a lot of good work with managed care. I think that would be something that would really help move things forward.
We did develop an ADR program, Alternative Dispute Resolution Program, to address the runaway costs with workers' comp premiums. And I think that program's been in place now since 2001. And we have, I believe, about a half a dozen carriers that participate with our contractors, and it really has shown to be a very effective, successful program in terms of moderating rates for our contractors. It really puts them in a more competitive position. You talk about how can you make your contractors more competitive, and that's one way we go about doing that.
Training remains a hallmark of the union ironworker, although some express the belief that there are members who need to make an effort to keep their training and certifications current. That being said, training is one area that the union contractor can market, and educating the owner about the value of the union ironworker through open houses and special events is a start, but there's more that needs to be done.
We've got to figure out a way to not only market ourselves more effectively, show what we can do, but we've got to explore other markets that maybe we haven't done in the past.
That wind is becoming more prominent. It's coming out more and more. We are probably going to be doing one of our first solar jobs this year and probably 2 biomass projects. So we are diving in diversified areas of renewable energy, and we are going to continue to stay diversified.
Near the end of the program, contractors were asked one thing they would like to see changed if they could.
I would say that the biggest thing, and it's maybe not even our industry, but it's the union portion of the whole industry, not only ironworkers, is the jurisdictional stuff. When I talk to clients, their fear of having unions on their site is that they're going to have jurisdictional disputes, and that's just going to shut their job down.
Please follow all your protocol before any action is taken, and make sure that you've exhausted all that, because that is something that I can't get that political capital back from that work stoppage.
I wish the industry would have a longer memory, which is maybe a curse or a blessing, because back to the point that Vice President McHugh was raising is people forget what kind of value we can add. Vice versa, if you don't if you don't deserve it, you aren't going to get it. And so I think that I like to believe that longer term people will remember good quality service and keeping to schedules and not being a hassle.
So where do we go from here? Well, we do our best to develop meaningful promotional strategies for both short and the long term. As for today,
people in the field are really our best salesmen. We can market, we can brochure, we can have internet, but what people see is the iron worker in the field who's proud, who's professional, and gets it done, meets schedule, meets expectations. It makes our job a lot easier. So we're happy to be union.
Day 3 at the conference is in the books. A hat trick of positive ideas, challenges, and opportunities have been presented and discussed at length. Tomorrow is the final day of the conference, with things wrapping up around noon, and today's program is the last one for us here on Channel 14. A small sampling of attendees we talked to once again believe this week to be vitally important to their work and the cause of moving this industry and this trade forward. In that vein, wrapping things up today are some of your thoughts.
I think we're making progress. I think it's the right thing to do, bringing labor and management together and work together, for our members, really, to improve our member life. I know it's a very tough situation we're in, but I think we're going to survive. And I think our experience is going to make it better and stronger.
One of the major things that I come here looking for was what the economy is going to do. We've been lucky in Mobile. We've had one big job that's kind of carried us through this bad time, but that job is going to finish, and I wanted to know what the economy is going to do. Everybody's saying it's going to get better, but it's going to be slow. So, we're really interested in that.
This is my first time down at the conference, and I'll tell you what, I've been very impressed with the breakout meetings and the whole sessions and all, and actually I love it, and I will be back again next year.
I think we've learned a lot. The conferences, the breakout sessions have been extremely well. I look forward to more in the future. With the wind industry, one of the big things that we look forward to in our area, and also the green.
The efforts to get more work out there and how everyone is working together. We're all working in alignment to get this to work. None of us can do it alone. We all have to do it together. And it's really nice to see the effort that everybody's putting forth in getting this taken care of.
Good decisions come from experience. Experience comes from bad decisions. So you learn as you go and you share with others, and at the end of the day, we're all better off together.